Welcome back to News Watch 12 this morning. We're going to toss it over to Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbreth over in the Weather Center with an update on what our conditions are looking like, especially with that fire burning in Curry County and the really hot temperatures we're going to be seeing this week.
Yeah, Cameron, unfortunately, we still have a red flag warning that is in place for eastern Curry County and also for Josephine County. This does include the flat fire. As overnight into this morning, we're expecting winds to come out of the northeast, bringing a lot of dry air to the flat fire. So that's why this is in place until 8 this morning. And we'll see, we're going to get another update from the incident command team that has been assigned to that fire. We'll get an update probably in 4 or 5 hours. So we'll pass that along, but I have a feeling that it's probably grown by a pretty significant clip. This morning, you can see temperatures in the 50s and 60s, pretty comfortable for the most part, although we're still rather cool up towards Chemult and Christmas Valley. So maybe you need a very light jacket as you're headed out the door for this morning. Now, a little bit later today, here's your pool forecast for the Rogue Valley. We're going to be very hot once again, getting up into the middle to upper 90s for West Side Valley. So if you're going to be outside, just be sure that you are putting on the sunscreen and that you are supplying the water, especially if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. So high temperatures will be a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. We'll start to get closer to 100 degrees for West Side Valleys, but to the east of the Cascades will be in the mid 90s, middle to upper 90s for West Side Valleys, and low 70s along the coast in Curry County. But that's where we're going to see the bulk of the smoke today in Curry County and Del Norte County. Could have a little bit more widespread haze, very light haze, as opposed to what we saw for yesterday. Also, winds today will be blustery, gusting out of the north and west, upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour for the coast, for the inland valleys, and for areas to the east of the Cascades. And then for tonight, the sun sets, the winds will calm down. Skies will continue to stay pretty clear for inland spots, but we'll continue to have some pretty smoky conditions for Curry County into Del Norte and Humboldt counties. Overnight lows will be just a bit more mild compared to what we're seeing for this morning, with low 50s to the east of the Cascades, 60s for West Side Valleys, and middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. We continue to keep it pretty hot over the next few days and pretty dry, and I'd imagine, just depending on the firefighting effort of the flat fire, but if we keep it at 0% containment, there's going to be more haze as we head into Thursday and Friday for the basin, which means that there's going to be more smoke in areas immediately downwind of the flat fire. Thankfully, we cooled things off just a little bit over the weekend, but overall, still hot, still dry. That means that fire fuels are going to continue to either be in that critically dry category, or they will maybe get even drier than that. So Matt and I will continue to track that aspect of the forecast very closely. But just know from Friday through Monday, more critical fire weather. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Much smokier today as opposed to tomorrow. We'll get winds shifting out of the west, and that'll put a lot of that heavier smoke into southern Josephine County, also into western Siskiyou County. But for the Shasta Valley, I think it's just mainly going to be hazy, but also very hot over the next 7 days. For the Klamath Basin, we know that haze will at least be in the mix through Wednesday. Likely we'll see that extended into Thursday. For the Cascades and Siskiyous, also some hazy conditions over the next couple of days, but overall hot and dry, which is what we're going to see for the Rogue Valley. And you can also throw the haze into the mix for today and tomorrow.